agree with everything, but please.
What's your suggestion?
You know,
So it is wrong for me.
knock it off already.
Hey,
it's
listen,
old.
Listen. Let me talk.
No, you've talked enough already.
Be civilized.
No. I'm tired of being civilized to you.
You're free to go. You're free to go.
Yeah, and I
You're
will.
free to go.
Solution, like
I know, but okay, it is wrong for me to express my issues, my concerns, my everything. Is that wrong? So what is this wrong with these people? I'm asking you a question, a very valid question. Is this about the store or about growing stuff here? I'm confused.
What's your idea for
I was invited to talk about growing stuff here, in a very friendly environment. You have all these crazy people attacking me because I am expressing my concerns.
But to answer your question, we're having a discussion. That's all we're doing. This is
I know, and it was a question, but these people are still being disrespectful and crazy about it. They are. They are. They've been disrespectful because.
I want to give that space. And I know this is not my discussion, but I know that there's a lot of ideas that are going on right here. Your confusion is perfectly pertinent. If that's what you're confused about, perfectly reasonable question. So I want to address that. Talking about a healthy food system in this community, right?
That's right.
And the farm is a piece of it. I'm here because I'm a representative of the healthy neighborhood market, so that's definitely the angle that I have. That's not a forced issue though, and I think that there's room for a lot of different ideas going on. Those are the 2 points of focus right now. So it's really about bringing those ideas out.
Yeah, I'm just telling you because I talked with different people, and they don't even know. They didn't have an idea what they were doing here and why they were invited here.
They were invited. We have flyers up, and it
No.
was clear it was a discussion.
I
We're just
understand,
talking. That's
but
all.
they didn't have any idea. And another thing, they don't speak English.
But we had Spanish translations.
I haven't heard anything in Spanish
We
since
sent
the
them out.
beginning.
They're
It's okay,
everywhere.
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So I think-
I'm
I
sorry
think-
you didn't see it, but they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that the issue here is that there was a missed opportunity for you, and you have confusion, and that's perfectly okay. Like, we really have to give space, even if flyers go up. I've done communications, I've done advertising, I've done outreach. Everything that goes on, if someone comes to the table and there's confusion, that's a valid viewpoint, right? And I accept that. At the same time, there was effort made to communicate these issues. So I think the real issue here is this is a community for real. It's not all hearts and rainbows.
Everyone you're looking at
There's
here
difficulty.
is your neighbor.
So,
Everyone
so
here
the
is your
issue
neighbor.
is that different people are coming from different places.
No, but I
your
don't
questions
think,
are
see, that's the
pertinent.
type of comment, because I'll make one
understand
thing
that.
to
I'm not
Damian.
don't shake your pen.
No,
Please don't.
This is a private
event. This is a private event.
We're having
Please.
an open
coming into our house
You have people from the city.
We're feeding you
No,
beer and
I'm
dinner,
not-
and you're being
If we're having an open
constantly.
discussion and we're talking about health, there
We
are
are.
legitimate
That is the topic
concerns
of
that the
discussion
public
here.
has. So we have to understand what's going on. You
But
can't just.
can I-
This
you
is
cannot
not
just
government. This is
discriminate
community.
against people.
This is
true
your
community.
neighbors here. Everyone
And so
here's
if
your
someone
neighbor.
has questions and answers that you may not know, and you say you cannot speak because this is a private event,
Absolutely not.
then you have issues.
Absolutely
Then
not.
you're-
No more
you're
questions.
segregating
Thank you, Vincent.
and
Absolutely
you're
not. No more
eliminating people
questions
from the
from you.
process.
Just last comment.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for your
coming.
presence.
Thank you for coming.
I hope you
Vincent.
enjoyed the food and the booze.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
one
glad you
thing.
came.
No, absolutely
one
not. You're shut down.
Why?
Why? No, because
Because we're
we
being
are
honest.
we are having a
Shouldn't be
productive
beer,
conversation.
because that is making people very violent. And
Thank
another
you.
thing,
Thank
I hope,
you.
Absolutely
I
not.
really hope you have
Thank
a
you,
permit
Alessandro.
to,
Thank you. You
provide alcohol here.
contributed.
Shut it down again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Private event.
Thank you for
Bravo.
coming.
I got it everything.
Good, good. I'm glad. We recorded it too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your presence.
I know there's private interest.
Thank you.
A lot of
Thank you.
people here.
Absolutely
really
not.
said that.
You're not.
You were
Thank
heard
you.
more than anybody here.
You made your presence
You were
welcome and
heard
known.
more than anybody here. Thanks for taking up the time of everybody.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you,
Yeah, because
Daniel.
you should
I-
file that
I
wherever
will.
it goes. I don't
Thank you.
Now I
understand.
can see where you're coming from.
Right. Yeah, now you know where I'm coming from. Thank you. Now I know you're coming from.
Chase David down.
What's that? Oh, Elizabeth. Yeah, now I can.
I just wanted to speak to the overlap of the growing and the selling, because I think in my world a lot of that has combined in ways of free exchange, as you're talking about, but also people who do grow food can sell it direct to community stores or something like that, I do that all the time where someone comes to my shop, they have 20 lemons from their tree and they say, I want to give these to you. And we say, we don't take donations, we're a store, we're for profit. I'm happy to give you, I usually sell limes for 50 cents a piece. I'll give you $0.25 per piece. And you can do it on a commission basis. And it's perfectly legal. If it's over 25 pounds, you have to have a receipt that has, I think, the name of the person, the location of the farm, that sort of thing. But it's actually really simple to just sort of do, if a corner store were to open, and if you were to have a tree or some extra produce that you wanted to sell to the store as, you know, some, like to make a few bucks, it's actually pretty easy and pretty legal. So that could be a fun opportunity for everybody.
Okay. I'd like to talk to you about that.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to be certified produce USDA regulations, but I'm glad to...
Not if it's direct from the grower. Okay. And that's where I work in direct so like I grew it, I'm selling it to you kind of thing. And that's where the farmers markets come in, that sort of thing.
There you go, obstacle removed like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Happy to talk to you more about that.
Great.
Anthea?
Are you other communities? I'd just like to hear, like, what are things that you've seen that have worked in other communities that are, we've heard about the bags, but I'm just curious about other communities.
For our specific work, every community is different. A lot of the work that we do is in South LA. So we're working in corner stores in South Los Angeles, Northeast LA, East LA. Every community, every corner store is different. Every community base is different. I think the underlying piece of it all is a store to do real community surveys and market research, really. Identifying what their customers want and what the niche is for that store. Not trying to extend beyond that. So one of our most successful stores, really people went there for snacks. So they rebranded themselves as a snack store and really do healthy snacks. They don't do whole produce. They realized that really wasn't going to be their thing, but now they're starting to incorporate it. So that's the second piece, is don't try to start huge and go all out. Now this is a very different thing. We haven't done a corner store from the ground up, so it's a really exciting opportunity. But really identifying the things that are going to be successful with the least risk possible, and then growing into that and continuing to be a community serving business that really takes what people want into account. I don't know if that helps at all, but that aspect is deeply important. I mean, rooted in the community and community want, customer want is Oh, well, it really depends on what good enough is. I think this speaks to kind of the threshold of what is defined as affordability. I mean, to put it bluntly, corner stores are not raking in cash. People that run corner stores are not making much money. So this is really an economy that is working in just above poverty level, to put it most bluntly. And I can think about one case study. One of the corner store owners that we work with, family of 6, after all of their expenses, their net profit was just under $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $38,000 a year for a family of 6 is not that great. But they were doing okay. Ideally, we'd like to be, more than that. We would really like to see is an economy grow that is able to employ people. At the end of the day, the food system is really about more than what we consume, right? It's about every step in that process and making sure that people are able to live, not only from the food that they consume, but the food that's being produced.
Thanks, Tim. So thank you very much. We wanted to wrap up the presentation with a demonstration, a food cooking demonstration from Aaron O'Brien. You're welcome to come over here and watch it, or stay at your tables, and there's pens and pencils if you want to leave any of your comments. For the record, please write them on the table. This would be terrific to collect and look at it, and of course we'll make all this available to everybody here, so you can write anonymously, you can write with your name, or however you want to pen it, what you'd like to see in terms of a food economy here in Elysian Valley.
Yeah.
So.
It's a roundtable discussion. Please leave your notes on the table, and we will take them. And we're going to turn the music on, and everybody enjoy the rest of the beer. And there's still some edibles left. So, cheers.
Thank you.